Whenever I think I'm done finding secrets in bonelab, the game continues to amaze me with hidden things in areas that I didn't even know were there before. So here are the newest secrets and how to find them. Number 1. Startup secret. When you finish the bonelab campaign, you get a new startup menu, and most of us just skim by this to get to the gameplay. But we're also allowed to walk around in this new menu, and if you do, you'll find some pretty interesting stuff. On the top of here, you'll find a bunch of messages thanking you for playing the game, as well as just a bunch of doodles from the developers. The messages and graffiti continue on both sides of the structure, with the back having a mysterious message glowing red. A subtle but nice reward for finishing the game. Number 2. Mine dive ending. The ending of level 4 Mine Dive is really cool, but have you ever explored it on your own? Well, you don't have to, because I just did. To my surprise, the objects out here are actually humongous, but there's something about them that just doesn't make any sense at all. You can actually move them. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering the player never actually touches them during that one final cutscene, and it's pretty weird that they even thought to give these objects physics at all. Still, it's a ton of fun to punch them around in zero gravity, and if you want to explore this place for yourself, it's a pretty time-consuming journey, but it's totally worth it. Number 3. Hub secrets. When most of us go to the bonelab hub, we don't stick around for very long. And if you're not looking carefully, there's a lot you could miss. Up by the stress level 0 sign, there's a hidden little room that you can't really see very well into. But if you go up with gravity cups or a nimbus gun, it becomes a lot more clear what's up here. It looks like some sort of office, but when you try to enter with the nimbus gun, nothing happens. Another cool detail is above the crashed elevator. Most of us just left it without much thought, but if you look at the ceiling, you can actually find the elevator shaft where it came into the lab from. But there's something else you might have missed. You might have seen these vent covers all over the lab, and if you open them up, you'll find a vast network of tunnels underneath it. The cool part is you can use these as a means of transportation between different game modes, which I personally think is way more fun than just walking around. There's a couple of bigger areas in the tunnel system that lead to different game modes, but one of them has something cool. On opposite ends of the room, there are 2 hallways with fake doors at the ends, with the phrase "not this way" written on the floor underneath them. There's nothing beyond either of them, but they're still a really cool addition to the tunnel system. Number 4. The Matrix reference. In the secret room in level 4 Mine Dive, there's a bunch of monitors reading the same thing. Look familiar? Well, this is what Neo's monitor was saying in the Matrix when he was instructed to leave his apartment. In the rooftop parkour map, you can find the same reference on another monitor, and if the reference wasn't already clear enough, you find the monitor in a dingy apartment with a strong green overtone. This honestly makes a lot of sense considering that bonelab and the Matrix both have a plot revolving mainly around the idea that everything is a simulation. Number 5. The Omni secret dialogue. The Omni projector NPCs seem to be saying a lot, but we just can't really tell what they're saying, and with a huge thank you to Orb for figuring out what this distorted audio is, we can finally tell what these guys are saying, so here are a couple voice lines. Obviously that wasn't all the voice lines, but still, as the most intelligent NPC, it's cool to see what these guys are saying and how they're reacting to the player. Before we get into the final and most interesting secret on this list, it's time for... Did you know there are secret avatars in the bonelab hub? Up here on this ledge, you'll find the Arthur Ford avatar. Down here in this dumpster, you'll find the null body. And if you look on top of the elevator, you'll find the capsule for Jimmy Wong. Anyway, back to the video. Number 6, the mirror dimension. You ever looked at a mirror in bonelab and wished you could go inside? Well, if you turn on no clip on your Nimbus gun, you actually can. The funny thing is, you can do this with any mirror. Beware though, because some of these mirror dimensions don't have full collision, so you might fall to your death. One of the most notable examples of this is in Monogon Motorway. The hub and restart buttons are still here, but they just don't have any function, and you can still spawn objects and enemies in here just like you would be able to anywhere else. It's honestly super cool that you can even go in here, and if you want to check it out for yourself, just toggle no clip on your Nimbus gun and you're in. Well, those are all of the latest and greatest of the secrets of bonelab. This has been Justin from Alternate Reality, signing off for now. See ya.